Hey guys, want to talk about the old rumor mill that's going around at the minute in F1 about Sergio Perez, Sebastian Vettel, Racing Point, and why I think that Racing Point would be making the right decision if they signed Sebastian Vettel. I know it's a particularly controversial decision, but I think that really Sebastian could bring a lot more to the team than Sergio currently does. Yes, Sergio is the team that got Force India into administration and allowed Lawrence Stroll to buy it. But really, Sebastian Vettel's got so much more experience. He's got 4 world championships. He won a race last season. He's still able to win races. Yes, the race was given to him through strategy, but by Ferrari. But he had to be in the position to undercut Charles, and still he still had to try and win the race. I mean, he's not a walkover. He's still a world class driver. Yes, he's had some spins. Yes, he's had some issues of recent, but we know he's never enjoyed these series of cars. He's never enjoyed the V6 hybrids, whether that be because of the lack of rear end or what. I'm not too sure. I mean, it's just his driving style doesn't really suit these cars. I think we can see that, and he was able to take it to Lewis in 2017 and 2018. I mean, he came close to winning the title in 2017. So that was only 3 years ago. The guy still got it, and I think if he moved to Aston Martin in 2022 and the rules reset, I think he could win a championship with them. I have no doubt in my mind that he could. Like we're seeing with Alonso coming back into the sport, these guys still have the talent. We know they do. I don't agree with the Alonso move because I think Alonso isn't good for teams. I think the only thing he would be offering would be his expertise and his skill. But I think Vettel's got the expertise, he's got the skill, he's got the ability to bring a team together. We saw what he was like at Red Bull. We saw how he brought the team together after Alonso left Ferrari. So I don't know. We know Perez is an amazing driver. I'm not saying he isn't. I just think if Racing Point had the opportunity to sign Sebastian Vettel, they should definitely do it. Oh, 1 minute, my hair is just like triggering me. Yeah. So going on, like Sergio Perez, still an amazing driver. Yes, and obviously, if we were talking about Racing Point, Aston Martin signing Sebastian Vettel alongside Sergio, it would be a no-brainer. People would be happy to see that because they could see Sebastian Vettel stay in the sport, and we could see Sergio Perez still have his seat at Racing Point. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this situation. So while it's not the best situation, Sergio would still definitely keep a seat in Formula One. I have no doubt that he would be able to go to a Haas or an Alfa Romeo, maybe even a Red Bull. I could see Red Bull considering it, especially if Alex has a few bad races. We know how tough Red Bull are, and that would be a shame because I'm a massive Alex Albon fan. He's my favourite driver. He stole my heart last year, the man. But these guys, it's a cutthroat business, and you want the best drivers you can in your car. Sorry about that, guys. Had to go and sort some bits out. So bit of a lighting change, probably a bit of a camera angle change because I had to just take down how my setup and all that. But anyway, as I was saying, so Sergio Perez could possibly go to Red Bull, and yeah, but also let's look at this from the Sergio Perez side. What would the team gain from keeping him in the team rather than keeping Sebastian Vettel? So obviously, the team there has known Sergio for a very long time. They've obviously been able to bond with him very well. He's probably got a very good relationship with his engineers. They know exactly what he wants. They know exactly what he means when. So you'd be losing that bit of the team chemistry. But I have no doubt that Sebastian would bring the same. He'd be able to fit in just like just plug and play almost instantly into that team. So I think that in that aspect, Sebastian would be perfectly fine. Uh, Another thing that Sergio brings to the team, obviously, brings his money from his sponsors in Mexico, so like Telcel and a couple of the other ones. Sebastian wouldn't be bringing that, but obviously we're getting Aston Martin on board. Okay, they've got a lot of money. You've got Lawrence Stroll as the backer, so where we've got the cost cap coming in, that sponsorship money isn't necessarily as vital as it would have been in previous years. So I think that could be another factor into why Sebastian would be would be a good signing, because you don't need the sponsorship money necessarily anymore, and you've got the big brand of Aston Martin coming in that will be paying money to the drivers. So there's that. Also, I couldn't find who the chief designer at Aston Martin will be. I'm not able to find a name anywhere really, because we know Andy Green is the technical director. I don't know if he is also taking up the chief designer role. So maybe he's being in charge of all of the whole technical side of it, and also designing the car. But I don't know, because obviously Adrian Newey isn't the technical director of Red Bull, but he is the chief designer. So there are some, I wasn't able to find out who that was. So maybe where they have possibly a lesser chief designer, Sebastian can help with the development of these cars. He can tell them where the areas where they need to improve more. And yeah, sort of help do these things to assist the team pushing forward with the new regulations. So, as I was saying, while I think it would be a loss if Sergio left the sport, I don't think it would be necessarily a loss to the team if they signed Sebastian Vettel. I think that Racing Point should sign Sebastian Vettel. I think it would be a better decision for them to take Sebastian over Sergio, because of all these facts I've been saying, the experience, how he knows how to push the setup in a direction that will favour him, bring the team championships. I know Sergio is, like I said, a great driver. I'm sure he has a great mind for helping develop the car, but that doesn't really matter this year and next year when they're just copying their car from Mercedes. So all Sergio really is doing is bringing in points, and I have no doubt that Sebastian could bring in the same amount of points as Sergio would at Aston Martin, Racing Point, whatever. So yes, it would be a shame if we saw Sergio leave, but I don't think he'd be leaving the sport. I think Haas will probably drop Grosjean or Magnussen at the end of this year, more than likely Grosjean, and I could see him maybe going there, maybe rekindling the Ferrari link if he went to Haas or Alpha, and you could even see him going to Red Bull. But there are so many teams that don't have a full driver lineup yet, so we'll just have to wait and see on that one. Anyway, let me guys know what you think in the comments down below. Tweet me at Elliot_F1. Make sure you like and subscribe the video. Thank you very much for watching. Can't believe I dyed my hair pink for a gimmick in a video. Well, you know, at least it's permanent hair dye and won't stay in for multiple weeks. Guess you got me and Racing Point spec for a while now. Anyway, like I said, hope all you butthurt Sergio Perez Racing Point fans enjoyed the video.